I just hit 20,000 subscribers, and it's insane to think that most of you have arrived in the past 2 weeks alone, and I want to take a minute to thank you all for the support. My videos have a 98 to 99% like to dislike ratio, which is insane. But what I'm most grateful for is how easy you all have made my transition from having a small following to a larger following with thousands of people. Your kindness has really touched me, and I have had a very warm welcoming into the YouTube space. Each and every one of you are actively changing my life right now, so thank you. And as a thank you, I wanted to do a Q&A to answer some of your most interesting and most commonly asked questions. So here we go. Can someone tell me what is the shader pack used in this video? So I use Complementary Reimagined for all of my videos. I think it's easily just the best looking Minecraft shader pack that exists. It's also my favorite because it doesn't make things too dark. You can still see at night and in caves, and it's not pitch black. Every once in a while I'll use BSL shaders, but that's primarily just for grabbing screenshots or thumbnails, and that's because BSL shaders have a really good post-processing tab. Could you give us a world download? Your builds are amazing and I want to see them for myself. Could I give you a world download? Yes, but I'm not going to. Not yet, at least. I'm going to be doing my hardcore series in seasons, most likely, and so at the end of the first season, second season, at the end of every season, I'll post a world download. So a world download is coming, I just don't know how long it'll be. Please tell us what you use to record. I want to start recording. So I use Streamlabs OBS to record all of my footage. The free version works perfectly fine and anybody can pick it up online, and it's a great starter tool for recording, honestly. The layout is very simple and there are a ton of tutorials on it around the internet. What's the name of the music that was used in this video? I'm gonna go back and update the description of my hardcore episode 1, so that way it includes all the music that I used. And I also get all of my music from upbeat.io, so I recommend checking them out. What mod did you use to create your studio? The mini creeper is so nice. So I used a bunch of different mods to create that scene. I used replay mod to get the shots that I wanted. I used Mr. Crayfish furniture. I used some other modern furniture mods as well. And I think the mini creeper is literally from a plushie mod. I forget what it's called. All of these mods I kind of threw together, and I don't actually have access to them anymore since I had to reset my computer. So the shots I have of the studio are the only shots I have to work with, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, if you just look up plushie mod, I'm sure something will come about that's relatively the same as what I have. Will you stream again? It was fun watching you stream. Yes, I'm going to stream again. Am I going to have a streaming schedule? Probably not. I want to be able to stream just, whenever I feel like it, because when I do stream, we'll probably be working on the creative version of my hardcore world to test out builds and get things set up so that we can transfer them over to the hardcore world itself later. But if I ever do go live, it'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I recommend just keeping your channel notifications on, because I do actually plan to stream quite a bit, so we'll get back to that. What do you use for editing? I use Premiere Pro. Literally don't need anything else. You can get it online for free, although I do recommend getting the Adobe package, because then you get Premiere Pro, After Effects, Photoshop, and a bunch of other stuff. It's about $30 a month, which I know sounds like a lot of money. It still is for me too, but when you consider how much stuff you get with just one package, you realize just how worth it actually is. Where are you from? I am from the United States of America. What mic do you have? So I have the red and black version of the HyperX Quadcast USB condenser gaming microphone. That's the full name of it, but it's really nice, and I don't think I'll ever have to upgrade a microphone again. I'll probably use this for the foreseeable future. It is pretty expensive. It sits around $140 US, but it has a ton of nice features, and the best part is I just have to tap the top of the microphone to mute it, which makes gaming with my friends and talking to my family at the same time very easy. I don't have to worry about going into my settings and muting my mic and all of that. I can literally just boop it on the nose and it'll turn off. Are you actually type 1 diabetic? This is so cool to see a YouTuber who also has it. Yes, I really do have type 1 diabetes. I was diagnosed back in 2013 when I was 12, so I've had it for just about 10 years, and it is absolutely miserable, which is part of the reason why I made it a part of my YouTube brand. I figured if I'm going to have a disease, I might as well make some money off of it. And the next question, a lot of you guys have been asking for my world seed, so We'll throw it up on screen real quick, just like that. There you go. Read it and weep, copy and paste, all that stuff. Now you guys can play alongside me. When will the next episode be? I think this person is referring to my hardcore series. I'm going to get episode 2 out as fast as possible. It's going a lot better than the first episode did now that I have a lot of practice with editing and playing the game, honestly. That first video taught me a lot, taught me about how to manage my time, what to do, what not to do. So the second episode is coming soon. I just don't know exactly when. Even though I am confident in my skills now, my videos are very big in scale, so it takes a long time for me to get them done. However, I am hoping to have the next hardcore episode out by the end of July, and I'm probably going to aim for one big hardcore episode a month. Great video. What's your Discord so I can get in touch? I'm trying to learn YouTube secrets. So Discord is probably the best way you're going to be able to reach me, and I'll leave my Discord name down in the description below. I believe it's .insolence, and yes, the dot before insolence is actually a part of the name. I don't know how that happened, but it is in there, so make sure you include that when you copy and paste it into Discord. And feel free to add me as a friend. I'll most likely add everybody back, or as many people as I can, and yeah, we can go from there. Why did you become a YouTuber? So there are a few reasons for this, but first of all, I'd like to say that I never really planned to become a quote-unquote YouTuber. I still don't even really consider myself one. I think in order to call yourself a YouTuber, you have to be making like a comfortable living off of YouTube and be able to dedicate 90% of your time to YouTube. Maybe not 90%, but you know, a large majority of your time. Like, you're able to treat YouTube as a full-time job is what I'm trying to say. That's what I consider a YouTuber to be. And while I have made a good bit of money off of YouTube so far, I don't consider it to be my full-time job at all. But there are a lot of reasons why I pursued it. And a lot of people don't realize that I've been trying to do YouTube for 7 years now. Of course, it was off and on and wasn't really consistent, which is why I never had any success until recently. But my best friend Jonathan got me into it back when we were in 8th grade, and since then I've been obsessed with the idea of creating a job out of making content for others. That is a big appeal of being a YouTuber to me, the freedom to work whenever I need to and not work whenever I don't want to. So having time to myself is a big reason, but also Minecraft for me is a creative outlet. It helps me to express myself and create things that I otherwise wouldn't be able to. So I'd say that that's probably the main driving force behind me and my channel. And building on that question, if not YouTube, then what? Honestly, over the past couple of years, I've gotten really heavily into the stock market, and I've kind of been obsessed with day trading. I genuinely believe that there are too many opportunities to make money outside of traditional means. You know, it would be stupid not to try. And I really want to be able to work for myself. So if not YouTube, then probably day trading, and if not day trading, then starting some business of my own. Because like I said in one of my YouTube shorts, there's nothing more valuable than your time, and I don't want to spend my time putting money into somebody else's pocket. If you can make any one change to the current state of YouTube, what would it be? I think I'd make a big change on the disconnect that there seems to be between YouTube Shorts viewers and long-form content viewers. I'd probably post more short-form content if I knew that my viewers were then going to be recommended my long-form content, but there seems to be a gap between those two types of videos. People who view YouTube Shorts don't necessarily get recommended those same creators' long-form videos, which is really annoying. So that's the change I'd probably make. Another question from Galaxy: what's your favorite food? I don't know that I have a single favorite food. I will say that seafood is one of my favorite categories of things to eat. I love things like shrimp and crab and lobster. Me and my family spent a lot of time down and around, you know, the beach during our summers, so I kind of just developed a taste for it. As of right now, though, I've recently been obsessed with one of the best snacks of all time, which is buffalo chicken dip. I mean, it's just a top tier snack. You really can't beat it. I really like your builds. What's your opinion on new builders and people who want to build? First of all, thank you for the compliment. And honestly, when it comes to new builders, any advice I could give is basically to not overthink your builds. You know, in the beginning when you're first getting started out, go online, use Pinterest, use YouTube, and just Google images to give yourself inspiration. When you're starting out on building, I think there's this big misconception that you have to pull everything out of your own build or it's not original, which is not the case. 99% of builds on YouTube are a bunch of other ideas that have been compiled together from other people and turned into something new. Now, don't get me wrong, it's always fun to create buildings from scratch, but if you're just starting out, you shouldn't feel the pressure and need to do that. Just use as much help as you can get. Could you explain how the lore of your hardcore world works? I could, but then it wouldn't be that fun. I will say this, you really should pay attention to the small details in my videos. As time goes on, things will start to evolve and you'll see bigger, more obvious changes. The only hint I can really give you right now is, again, about the fire effects I had in my first video. They are crucially important to the lore of the world, so just keep that in mind. How long did it take to edit your recent hardcore episode? So I'd say in total, I spent 15 to 6, honestly, around probably 20 to 24 hours of editing time. Now, that wasn't all in one day. That was over a period of about 2 months. You know, I have to get editing in wherever I can fit it in my schedule. So it took a really long time. And, you know, that 24 hours of editing isn't even including the hundreds of hours it took for me to build and gather the resources and get ready for the video itself. How and where do you get your inspiration for your build/projects that you do? So like I said, Pinterest is one of the best places to get inspiration. That and just Google Images. Search up whatever build you're trying to make and something is bound to come up. But a lot of my inspiration actually comes from the music that I put in my videos. In the future, you guys will see that a lot of my content is going to be themed around the music I find online. I'm not a musician of any kind, but I just really feel that putting certain kinds of music in my videos will help me to express myself better. So that is the primary place I get my inspiration from. If you were doing it completely for yourself and not bearing in mind views and needing to make a living, what kind of content would you make? Well, a couple of weeks ago, I would have said this content that I'm making right here. I really enjoy just talking and being myself and conversing with you guys through slower paced videos. But now that I've completed that first hardcore episode and I'm well into my second one, I'm actually really enjoying the creativity that comes with video making. So while making that first video was a drag for me, I actually learned to enjoy it and I'm really looking forward to making more. So to answer your question, you know, what kind of content would I be making? This content, you know, some videos where I talk and then other high-paced edited videos. And I really like the idea of having different themes around different videos to make them all kind of look like their own individual movies, but also work as one consistent story if you were to put them all together. Are you planning on making 100-day spin-offs, for example, 100 Days in the Deep Dark? Yes, I'm definitely going to do 100-day spin-offs, not just because they're trending, but because I actually really enjoy them. I'm not currently working on any of them right now, so they probably won't be out for a while. I want to really make sure I set my hardcore series in stone before I decide to do any spin-off videos. For the last question, from the videos of yours I've watched, you seem very creative. Have you ever tried mod packs like Better Minecraft? And it's actually very funny that you mentioned Better Minecraft specifically. I used to have a whole Better Minecraft series on this channel, and I absolutely love that mod pack, and I love modded Minecraft. But the reason I got rid of it was because I really felt like those videos didn't match what I wanted to put on YouTube, so I have them all privated. And honestly, that's one of the things I struggle with the most with YouTube. I have trouble coming to terms with the fact that 90% of the content I film will never see the light of day, and that's something that not a lot of viewers understand either. I'm not saying you guys aren't capable of understanding or anything like that. I'm just saying that most people will never see the bulk of the recording and creating that has to be done to get videos out. You know, cutting content and deleting content that you really love, that you think is really good, is one of the hardest things to do. But you have to do it because just because you love it doesn't mean it's best for the viewer and their viewer experience. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for 20,000 subscribers. That's just absolutely crazy. And I'm sorry if my voice sounded a little bit different. I think I am coming down with some sort of cold, so I apologize for that. But thank you all once again, and I will hopefully see you in the next hardcore episode in a couple of days. Have a great day and take care.